It's summer. You're 8 years old, lying in the grass, and this one day feels like it will never end. Now, you're an adult. A whole season blinks by, and suddenly it's already fall again. What happened? Why did 1 week as a kid feel longer than an entire year does now? And the reason has nothing to do with clocks. It has to do with how memories are built. Here's the first question. Why does time speed up as we get older? Scientists have a name for one piece of this puzzle: the proportional theory of time. When you were 5, 1 year was 20% of your entire life. When you're 50, 1 year is just 2% of everything you've lived. Each year gets smaller compared to all the years before it, so it feels like it's shrinking. Think of it like zooming out on a photo. The first inch covers half the picture, but the same inch further out barely covers anything at all. That's your childhood summer versus your adult summer. Same length, totally different weight, but proportion is only part of the story. There's something deeper going on in your brain, because time isn't just measured, it's remembered, and memory works in a very specific way. Before we go further, if this kind of question keeps you up at night, hit subscribe. More of these deep dives are coming, and you won't want to miss them. Okay, back to the mystery of your shrinking summers. Here's the real question. How does your brain actually decide how long a moment felt? Neuroscientist David Eagleman ran an experiment where people free fell backwards off a tower. Afterward, they swore the fall took far longer than it actually did. Their brains hadn't slowed down time. They just recorded far more detail than usual. Fear and novelty flood the brain with extra sensory information, packing each second with more memory. And more memory, replayed later, feels like more time actually passed. Childhood works the same way, just without the terror of falling off a tower. Every day is new. A new smell, a new rule, a new face, a new skill. Your brain is recording constantly because almost everything is a first. That density of new memories is what makes a single childhood day feel enormous in hindsight. Now here's the flip side. Why does adult life compress instead? Ask yourself, can you tell Tuesday from Wednesday last week without checking a calendar? Probably not. And that's the problem. Routine. The same commute, the same desk, the same dinner. Your brain barely bothers to record it. Psychologists call this habituation. Repeated experiences get filtered out as nothing new here. Few new memories means fewer markers in your timeline, so months blur into one blob. Your brain isn't storing less time. It's storing fewer flags to measure that time by. There's a strange twist to this called the holiday paradox. But looking back a month later, the whole week feels like it flashed by. In the moment, novelty stretches time. In memory, a short trip has too few days to feel long. It's the exact opposite for routine. Boring in the moment, and it vanishes even faster in memory. There's also a memory pattern called the reminiscence bump. Ask people to recall their most vivid life memories, and most cluster between ages 10 and 30. That's when nearly everything, first love, first job, first apartment, was happening for the first time. Middle age often produces the fewest vivid memories of any life stage, simply because less felt new. Your personal timeline isn't measured in years, it's measured in firsts. So, can you actually get some of that childhood time feeling back? Researchers who study this suggest one consistent fix: seek novelty on purpose. A new route to work, a new hobby, a new city, even small ones count. Each new experience forces your brain to record detail again, instead of skimming past it. More recorded detail means more memory, and more memory is what makes time feel long. So go back to that kid lying in the grass on an endless summer day. He wasn't experiencing more hours. He was experiencing more of everything inside those hours. New games, new friendships, new skinned knees. Every single day was stacked with firsts. That density is exactly what your adult brain running on autopilot has stopped producing. noticing. So here's the bigger question. If novelty makes time feel long, how much of your life is on autopilot right now? How many of the last 30 days could you even tell apart?